I want to bring into the conversation now Cameron Dugmore, Member of Parliament for the ANC. Cameron, what's the position and view of the ANC on the committee's resolution to approach the Constitutional Court on a direct basis, an urgent basis, to review, potentially to appeal rather, the order coming out of the Western Cape High Court in the interim interdict application?
Thank you very much. We're disappointed. We think the Cape High Court was very clear in saying that there should be a pause. The process of impeachment hasn't been stopped. There's simply a pause because, as all of us know, especially members of the committee, that the President's review application will be heard round about the 3rd of September. There will be a judgment shortly after that. And as you indicated in your discussion with Mr. Nletama, the Constitutional Court was very clear, saying that unless and until the panel's report is set aside, the processes continue. So that was very implied that the President is reviewing. It's going to be in September. So this process of the committee now going to approach the Constitutional Court is unfortunate. I think it's unnecessary waste of taxpayers' money. And in fact, it could even contribute to further delays in the process. But I think we must accept it's an election season. You know, sometimes a judgment happens and MKP will say the courts are captured, the EFF, if it goes their way, they will give flowers to the courts. It's election season. People are not actually studying the
just two things
and realizing that so far Parliament is in
Cameron,
line.
on that, just on that. While there's, like I mentioned to Nletama, settled jurisprudence that interim interdicts, unlike final interdicts, are themselves not necessarily reviewable and or appealable because they're interim in nature. But the fact that there was a split on the bench between the judges, with Judge Francis and Judge Davis coming to different conclusions, Deputy Judge President Lagrange obviously siding there with Judge Davis, that gives an indication that a different court with a different panel may have come to a different decision. And our appellate system exists exactly for that. Surely you can understand and appreciate, on the basis of that split decision and a very well explained dissenting judgment, that members of Parliament may well want to see if a different court might come to a different outcome.
Yeah, you would be aware that the Court itself had a split decision in regard to this matter. The point that we are making is that on the 3rd of September, literally a month from now, the Cape High Court will hear the review application of the President and will make a finding shortly afterwards, as indicated by the High Court on Friday. So there will be clarity then for the country.
Just lastly on that, on the timeline question, the argument being made by Anle and various other members of the committee and various political parties is that the President is looking to kick the bucket down the road, so to speak, is looking to delay this by taking it as far into the year as it possibly can. We know that Parliament is likely to go on an earlier recess than usual because it's an election year. More members of Parliament will get more constituency time. One would imagine that would be the case. And that means that the committee might eventually only be able to do this work next year, given the timeline. The President may well want to appeal the review court judgment should it not go in his favor. Parliament may want to appeal it should it not go in their favor. This may well become dragged out and protracted.
Why should the President not have rights like every other citizen in this country? He already, back in 2022, indicated concerns with the panel report. He held those in abeyance, given the resolution of Parliament. The Court has pronounced. He's now proceeding with the review. The impeachment process is not stopped. It is simply paused. There will be an outcome in September, and those that are happy with the court would accept the judgment, and those that are not happy would go on appeal. This is the democratic process. This is the rule of law. And I think that what we're seeing here is a grandstanding exercise because it's an election year and actually undermining of the process which is underway by the Impeachment Committee, fully compliant with the Court judgment. Thank you.
We're going to have to leave it there. Cameron Dugmore, thank you so much for your time. Really do appreciate it.